Shalom, peace family, drop nation. We are here. You are there. We are together. We're learning that we are connected. Is it assimilated? What is consciousness? The more conscious you get, you're going to realize you can't leave. If you are in consciousness, then consciousness of whom is the next question. Consciousness of I am that I am. Consciousness of all that is established. You see, you can't leave consciousness. When you're conscious of whose conscious you're in, then it's order over chaos all day. And we are royalty. You understand me? Don't make me start freestyling facts, man. Alright, check it, y'all. This is some short film drop from the International Students Creative Award 2014 winner, Rabbit and Deer. Alright. Mohali Nagi University of Arts and Design by Peter, what's that? Vez, however you say it. Anyway, this is tying right in with what we were talking about with the fourth dimension. And it's very interesting how these characters are portrayed. And we're just going to watch it. And, I'll just let it play. And then we can watch it again. And I'll break it down with you because you're with me. You dig? This is my children's favorite joint, man. My third child, my second son, Mati Yahoo. He loves this joint, man. I put this joint on for Matai, man. He goes crazy. So this is his favorite joint. Shout out to Matai, Young Soldier. Shout out to Nasaya. Shout out to Eliakim. Shout out to Yaikwa. The crew. Shout out to Chef Candy. Let's go. Rabbit and the Deer. I gotta turn it up. Turn me up, y'all. All right. Enjoy. Listen, I'm sorry I've been gone. I never meant to make you feel so lonesome. Sometimes I recall you telling me that when you were young, you thought you'd end up alone. Listen, I'm sorry I've been strange. I never meant to take you for granted. But sometimes I degrade into the somebody that I was, that never needed anyone. Yeehaw! Y'all forgot I was here, huh? I was like, I'm gonna be super quiet. They gonna forget that they was even being presented on right quick. Yeah, man, don't trip, don't trip. Don't trip, don't trip. So, I stayed out of that one. I let it be. I'm sure a lot of you already see what I'm bringing out. Already see the similarity. If you are catching this from the flat drop simulated, joint, fourth dimension space loop. If you haven't seen that joint, please, I implore you, check it on out. Hold up right quick. Let me get my battery situated. Alright, so, like I said, we're going to see it again. And this time I'll chime in a couple times. Alright, so I'll start off by saying this. Obviously, you see that there was a dimension shift. There was a dimensional situation, you know what I'm saying, when this deer became, aware. He started being aware, started being conscious of something, of another manner of being, you know what I'm saying, of another manner of perspective, perception, all that kind of stuff. So once he got into that other reality, call it another dimension, however you want to call it, he was free of the boundaries in that particular third dimension. Once he got to that fourth dimension, he was free of the boundaries of the third dimension. Okay, and he tried to let his friend in on things, but she just wasn't ready. It just wasn't for her. And no matter what he tried to do, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't bring her into this higher level. That's a personal journey that she has to go on in her own way of inspiration and creativity, you know what I'm saying, and impulse and all that. So, you know what I mean, let's watch it this time. Again, man, my children love it. You see why this won that award, you know what I mean? So this is some short film drop for you. There will be more to come. I enjoy just kind of taking different routes. So hopefully you're enjoying this as well. So let's kind of, get a little deeper, I guess, you know what I'm saying, or put some more energy into it. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, what is the meaning of rock? What is the meaning of paper? Higher. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. All right, let's go. So they're best friends. You get it? This is, a lot of us have family members, or best friends. And we start on certain journeys together, or different things like that. And however it is, what I'm saying? It could be in high school, it could be whatever you want to call it. We all have people we grow up with, like I said, family, all that kind of stuff. So they are fam bam. Fam bam, thank you, ma'am. You know what I mean? They are one and the same, these two. They are one of the same image of the same likeness. All right, you get it. So, besties. They're besties. If there's anybody that's feeling this deer, it's the rabbit. All right? If it's anybody who's down to take a slug for this rabbit, it's the deer. They are each other's wall of protection. All right? So, that's how close they are. So, you got to understand, you might be real close to somebody and they just are not vibrating with you. They just do not see it. Or haven't taken that, particular pattern or design yet. You know what I mean? So this is their situation. They're both plugged into the illusion. They're plugged into the frequency. They're enjoying some bullshit on TV. This is just some bullshit they're watching. And they're enjoying it. And I'm just saying, obviously everybody got their shows and all that kind of stuff. But the more you unplug, the better off you are. Because even in all that funny business, the people behind this are not about funny business. They are hypnotizing and putting images, and that is affecting your subconscious in waves of frequencies you don't even want to understand it. It's not even worth the enjoyment once you really understand what the whole purpose is. It's not you think Caesar, had them gladiators just for the purpose of sheer entertainment? Or did he have them gladiators to provide a distraction? Now imagine that on 12. And with that distraction comes hypnosis with frequencies. Disconnection through frequencies. Brainwash imagery, iconoclasm right in your face bone. So yeah, they plugged into it, and that's how it begins. This is a lot of us right now. We are all just in the illusion of seclusion. Fighting over the remote. You already know. I mean, that's like his bed. You know what I'm saying? That's his girl. That's his lady friend. You know what I mean? They could be platonic. All right, look. So now he gets the symbol. He gets the image. Now, for us, this image could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, Chef Candy would tell you, I was going through chaos, man. Chaos. And then through the brink of the climb out of chaos, you know what I'm saying, and building with brothers that I consider iron, man, that I've been fortunate, man, to be surrounded with, you know what I'm saying, some real stone cold goon boss, man, some real deal folks, man, that are true loved ones, man, true street fam, street kings, man. And building with these bros, man, like Ra the Great One and D Will and Political Mike, my big bro, and all that, man. One day, man, we all just started, boom, searching, like together, just searching. You know what I mean? Something sparked it, So for him, it was a cube. It was this three-dimensional object. It was something that was beyond his dimension, which is thought, which is sound, which is vibration. It was a higher vibration. Something sparked his intuition. Something sparked something in this deer to say, man, I need to search that out. So people start being like, damn, man, like, why you, like when you get all researchy and stuff. Since when you think you know everything and all this kind of stuff? You don't know more than me. You don't have all the answers. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think you is, a professor? A professor of such and such? Yeah, man. I mean, you start getting picked on for researching, which is crazy. Crazy. But that's how the system is, you know what I mean? Once you start getting out of it, you know, those that are still in it turn against you. Like they smell the program in them has already been triggered to attack you. They've already been beta programmed with algorithms to attack you once you start going against their frequency, 440 hertz. So now they just jam up the TV. Now the TV's broke. Oh, nah. That's actually a good thing, right? Because now they're unplugged from the TV. So what does he do with this, you know, spark that he's just, you know, come across? He can't get it off his mind. He can't sleep. He's dreaming about it. What was it he saw? What was it he felt? He can't sleep. He's having crazy dreams. Man. Can't turn it off, man. Gotta turn it on. What happens? What's the first thing he do? What's the first thing he starts to do when he starts to awaken? Family? Drop Nation. What's the first thing you do? You could have saw one of these videos and then it could have sparked something like, you know what I'm saying, me, you know, seeing the Lex Will video years ago sparked many times in me. Lex Will done sparked so many sparks in me, man, I can't even tell you, man. That's why I'm telling people, like, it's another dimension. It's like in one dimension, you might see something and you might see a version of it, right? So someone could see Lex Will and be like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, why is he, you know, presenting information like that? Or I got an issue with him because he said it like that, or X, Y, and Z. And then in another dimension, all you're doing is catching the jewels. All you're doing is catching the drop. You have the frequency to, you know, tune out all the static. Like I don't see what other people see when they see Lex Will. I just see I got my hands out for drop. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. He's dropping dumb diverses and you yelling at him. Wait. He's telling you that you're in perpetual servitude and he's bringing out dumb diverses. You never heard it before, the Papa Boom, and you yelling at him. And if you have heard it before, you best respect that somebody's bringing it out. What is your problem? Get the drop. Y'all crazy. Nah, but you know, so it's another energy, it's another vibration. So what's the first thing he does? Opens a book. What does Lex Will tell you to do? Read. 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 How can you yell at somebody who's telling you to read? First thing you do is read. Now you gotta work it out. I'm gonna say work it out. Okay, computers computing. Computers computing. She's trying to like, okay, this dude kind of serious on his research. He's over there, computers computing, writing it, reading and writing, right? Working it out. Whoa, what did she do? What did y'all just see her do? Alright, because she doesn't understand the journey of her bestie. She misses her bestie, like our people in our family sometimes miss us when we start just stop, you know, being up in the club or doing this all the damn time, wasting money, and we start spending our money on books, and then we say, damn, I'm on YouTube anyway, I might as well, you know what I'm saying, you know, read this book to somebody, you know, somebody might get something out of it. See, the frequency we're in, it's like, you can't attack someone who's coming in the vein of, I don't know shit, but yo, maybe we can put it together, y'all. When you come like that, ain't nothing somebody can say but, all right, cool, let's try to put it together. Or, I'm against putting shit together. Like, fuck out of here, man. You get dropped off. When you're ready, we'll pick you up. See, when we drop you off, when you get dropped out of Drop Nation, blocked from YouTube or some shit like that, it's not permanent. Don't take it to heart. It's just that right now you're static and you just don't understand you're static. I'm not going to claim that I'm 100% sure you're static, but if I feel like you could be, or we feel like you could be, get the fuck out. It ain't for you. I got no patience for it because I got an agenda. My agenda is getting our land back. My agenda is waking the fuck up and getting the fuck out. I'm sorry, y'all, but, you know, I ain't cursing. If I cursed y'all, you won't be alive right now. All right? So don't get tripped up on those English words. They got no power over you, but I get it. We've been brainwashed, curse words. You don't want a real curse word. A real curse word is devastating. All right? So anyway, listen. The frequency is real. So she got another TV. Remember her old TV got broke? She was so determined to get plugged back in, she got an old school grandma TV. She just put a coat hanger on it, you'd be good. And she's trying to distract the dude with apples and stuff. Because she likes apples. Apples. See? Now somebody just got that. The apple. The apple. Eve. Come on. Distractions, man. Distractions. Watch this. By herself, she getting lonely, and it's lonely when it's cold outside in the basement or the balcony. Look, man, he's tired. He ain't slept. How many of y'all ain't slept in a minute? Who's coming with me? Look, he's computing still. Look at all these books. Look at the books. Here comes the 440. Wow, she got an idea. Check this out. Here's how cold this is. And this shout out to our peoples, man, because it's out of love. Like, she loves him. She misses the deer. She misses him so much that she's willing to work against the frequency he's on to get him back. Sometimes parents, we like that, right? Like, we don't want to let our kids go. So in order to be selfish and keep them close to us, we're working against the frequency of their growth. I have to learn that. You know, my daughter's only 6, but oh my goodness, already, I already know I got to learn how to let go. Man, what a lesson. I ain't ready yet, y'all. Need some help. Need some lessons. Some therapy or something, man. Anybody got some free counseling sessions, holla at your koala. Don't holla at koalas. Don't keep that 9 on you. Andre Iguodala. All right, listen. She's trying to distract him with goodies and things. Women love sweets. Nah. It's out of love, but, you know, and then it's like if he's distracted, she's going to act like, well, look, you know, you ain't paying attention to me and do. And he's like, man, I'm trying to build this vibration on us. You don't get it. All right, come on. A burger. She brought a burger. And some cocoa. Oh, see, don't mess the books up. She done jam up Jones. Jam up Jeezy. See? She got dropped off. See? You see how easy that is? If you come in this frequency, if you come to 432 to drop, and you don't want to pick up your surfboard and surf this wave, and you don't have the respect or the decency, the cajoons, to just sit in the corner and just be a fly on the wall and just relax and just Observe people surfing the wave. Observe. Remember, this is scientific. Observable science, repeatable science. And listen. So she got dropped off. Now, he still loves her. Like, we still love you if you get dropped off, right? It's all love, but don't come over here with the cocoa and the burger. He's on his vegan diet. He's on his Dr. CB. You dig? So anyway, that's what happens to our family sometimes. We got to drop them off. And she knocked over his books. Y'all come in here knocking over our books, we dropping you off. Easy. Light work. Okay. Boom. You see how fast that was? Now, what caused this transition? Some of us go through a transition and we don't even remember really, like, it just boom. Notice he started researching first. He started reading and writing and working it out on paper first. I remember I just started like learning Hebrew, learning the paleo, learning the Aleph Bet. And that started unlocking things, man. Different things are going to unlock different things for certain people, but one day something's going to happen, something's going to spark. You're not awake yet. Just because you start reading books, you're not awake yet. A lot of our people start reading books and they think they got the knowledge. But they grow so much into their fantasy of knowledge is power. They grow so much into trying to capture the power, that they forget that there's other levels to the game. They cap off in reading books. What did he do? He kept researching until what? Something happens by some divine plan, right? Some design. The lady does a chaotic thing. She throws the cocoa, and somehow the water splashes into computer frequency again. You know, that's just their interpretation of you waking up. So a chaotic event came, boom. So what chaotic event happened in your life? Once you started researching, once you started reading books, that boom made everything line up. Something made it line up. It wasn't an accident that she threw the cocoa. She threw it, man. She did that. Now, remember with Joseph and his brothers, they sold him into slavery, right? And that was fucked up. That was shady. That was the shadiest thing ever. That was chaotic. But what came out of it? Order. Now, it didn't begin with chaos, right? The story didn't begin with her throwing the cocoa. Not at all. It began with them just having order together. They had order. They had a order. Even if it was plugged in to 440, it was an order. And something happened. Something sparked an image, an understanding, a frequency, a perception that the deer went after. And it separated him from his loved one. Don't mean they don't love each other. It just means they got separated for a time. And that's what happens. Don't throw the cocoa. Suddenly the unattainable is attainable. Suddenly he's able to hold the cube the way he was never able to hold the Rubik's Cube. He was able to see the dimensions a different way immediately. People say, what are you on? Why are you guys all seem like you guys are saying the same thing? And in so many designs, so many patterns, but you're all linking up. When you look at these kings, man, when you look at Higher Mark, Lex Will, When you look at Hallway, CH, and Madison, the Queen, I mean, we got kings and queens. I say that because it's a royal seed. No one's calling, it's not about power, man. Again, the king in our kingdom is the greatest servant. You understand? In our kingdom, the king truly does serve the people. In our kingdom, the king's job is to serve the Israel because there's nothing more important to Heya. You get out of line with serving Israel, you will get the boot. It is a bad deal. But that's in general. So if you're out of order, you're a bad king, period. Right? So I say kings, queens, literally because I want to spark some royalness in your vibration so you wake up. You are royal in this terrain because it belongs to you. You have the power in this terrain because it belongs to you. Vibrate. Activate. Wakey, wakey. Eggs and turkey bakey. It's a whole nother ballgame. All right, we know this moment. People start perceiving you differently, right? They're like, what's different about you? What's so different about you, man? You kind of different. I mean, you unbelievable. Remember this moment, this joyful zeal when you ran around and said, oh, shit. Israel isn't a myth. Some of y'all never went through the myth stage because it was always kind of that inner voice was so loud in you that you knew that shit wasn't real. So you knew that there was concrete, but you just didn't know how to put it together yourself. You're not an archaeologist. You didn't understand the archaeology. That everything's been flip-flopped, that west is east and east is west, and this is actually the eastern hemisphere. Whoa. North is south. Whoa. You're going to go through a phase where it pisses you off that someone tried to jack your frequency so cold and lied about it all. And they really did lie about it all. Everything, y'all. Everything. I mean, they said right is left and left is right. East is west and west. They flipped the map. Bang, bow. On your left shoulder like that. It is disgusting, man. But what would you do if you hated somebody and you never wanted them to have power, feel power, understand that they're on their own land? The Negro has been enslaved on his own land. Yo, man, shout out to my homie Rami. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool Syrian cat, man, that works in one of these LIQs, man, around where I live at. And, you know what I'm saying? I came in today. And he was just talking about the politics with Putin and all this stuff, and he didn't know I really kind of had to drop on that because, I'm just kind of tuned into that puppet show a little bit more than he expected, I guess. And then he said, yeah, man, out there, we have to protect ourselves, like our communities. We got our own military, you know what I mean? And they have their own shit, like their own militia. He said, yeah, I'm a part of the Christian, whatever the case is. So out there, you know what I'm saying, we're protected. Our family's protected, all this kind of stuff. And I said, yeah, man, we need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my people, man, you know what I'm saying? These so-called black people, we got to protect ourselves. We need our own protection as a community. He said, yeah, man. I said, yeah, like, we don't even know who we are. He said, yeah, a lot of y'all think you guys are. He said, a lot of people here think they came from Africa. That came out of his mouth. And I said, right. He said, a lot of people here think they came from Africa. I said, right. You understand, like, for him to say that and he's from Syria, like, it's common knowledge. I said, yeah. I said, but we're from here. He said, yeah. I said, we're the indigenous people here. And he said, yeah, absolutely. Like, who else would it be? Like, it was a no-brainer. Like, it was taught to him when he was 4 years old. Like these people came from another world. They came from another world. You find some new land past the Arctic belt, past the Arctic Circle, Antarctica, the ice that surrounds you, the ice wall. You go past that, like Admiral Byrd said, and you find some other land, like many have said. That's another world. You are another world to them. You're an alien world. There's no planets. The planets are here on this flat terrain. The further you go, you keep finding more. Why would they tell you that? Because they wanted to keep you enslaved. If they told you there's more land, would you really stay in Compton? Or would you go say, I'm going to find some more land for my family. We're going to discover something and live in paradise for free and not be taxed, not pay mortgages and rent on land that belongs to us. You pay for the house, but you don't own the land. Get it? You own nothing. Plastic doesn't count. Numbers in a computer, in an electric system doesn't count. You say you got $1 million, let me see it. Try to get it out the bank, line it up. And if you got that, you lined up $1 million, what do you got? 1 million pieces of paper, which is worth shit. You take your 1 million pieces of paper and you take that to the king of Babylon and he will slap you in the forehead and say, what is your deal? Where's the gold? Lego! Whoa. A dimensional tear? Okay. Here we go. She can't open the door. She couldn't open the door. You see the symbology? The symbolism of that is that someone can't open the door if they can't open the door if it's not time for them to open the door. He went through it like what it is. She said, I would love to see that, and she wasn't able. He had to open the door for her and invite her to this other side, this other dimension. He wants to share with her, right? Look at the excitement. But she's confused that she couldn't open the door. Look at that. Look at her face. Look at his face. Look at her face. Look at his face. He just got an apple. In another dimension, he got fruit. Nourishment from another level, another vibration. A higher vibration is nourishing him. He's getting nourished from higher vibration. Higher vibration. Higher vibration. Say that 10 times. And she's confused that she couldn't open the door. So he's going to invite her in, right? She can't get nourished by his nourishment. He's like, damn, I would love for you to eat on this food. I got food for thought. Grab a plate. Alright, so he's doing some magic, right? Some magic. Let me open the door for you, baby. Let me let you into this dimension. Now you see how clumsy she became. I mean, I ain't trying to go too deep. Y'all tell me when to stop. I'll keep going. You saw how clumsy she became, right? Right? Because when you get on this vibration, other people are kind of clumsy around you. It's not by, it's just default because they don't understand what you're seeing. They don't understand that Haya is real. And when they really get it, they say, damn, how did I ever doubt it? Well, you doubt it because you're plugged into the illusion of seclusion. Once you see that we're all together, you have no disconnect from Haya Haya. You have zero disconnect. How can you be disconnected in the energetic form, in the energetic reality? How could you ever be disconnected from your Father, from that which is sourcing you? And once you're disconnected from that which is sourcing you, are you not clumsy? Are you not confused? Look at her face, man. He's confused at how silly she looks as a little piece of paper. He's astonished at how silly she looks now. I mean, honestly, some of us now and some of us before have looked at pyramids as astonishment. We've looked in awe like we look at these celebrities in awe. Hollywood is in awe. Magic is awe. Then you wake up and it looks clumsy. It looks artificial. It looks three-dimensional. And your energy is vibrating so far above it, you're like, why would I need any harmonic boost from a shrine that connects to the celestial, the underworld, because it's underneath the vibrational layer we call the firmament? As it says in Isaiah, he stretched out the sky, Shamayim, like a tent to live in. A tent to live in. Vision a tent, you live in it. You live in a tent. So you see the wilderness and, what I'm saying, Feast of Tabernacles. It's about the tent, you see. It's about understanding your habitat, you see. Get with it or get left on. Don't be this. Don't be this guy. Come on, y'all. Let's get it. This is fun. I love Rabbit in the Deer. I love it so much. She's astonished. It's amazing. Aren't people amazed, like, when you start teaching them? So he's at a level now, he's showing her this whole world. She's being astonished by the world that he's showing her. Once you start breaking those books down, all those books he was reading, it astonishes people. They're like Columbus, done by verses. Biblioteca de Columbina de Sevilla. Book of Privileges and Prophecies. What? Apocrypha, and there's the hint and that. What? What are y'all saying, you Israel? That means all niggas is Israel. What you trying to say? I mean, it goes crazy. It's astonishing to people. She's astonished at this trip. But she doesn't belong in it yet. And what happens when you're somewhere you don't belong? You get sprayed. Shout out to Martin, man. Coldest TV show of all time. Chaos. She brought chaos to the wilderness. Eve brought chaos to the garden. Trying to eat the fruit. Trying to get the knowledge. I was reading in something, and I forgot what it was. But it was breaking down the fact that the Most High supreme intellect, every single lightning bolt, every single hair on your head, has its own individual sac or whatever you want to call it. And it said were two hairs to come out of one sac. So imagine the thousands of hairs on your head. Every hair has its own sac. And it said if two hairs were to come out of one sac, you will be blind. Somebody knows what I'm talking about already. I can't, so much going on. So much drop. And then it said, each, lightning, frequency or wave, comes out of a certain chamber. And if two were to come out of the same chamber, the entire earth would be destroyed. So everyone comes out of its own ordered chamber. I ask you, order or chaos? What came first? She's all jammed up. Wet behind the ears. It's too much. It's overload. Too much information. They say they want the knowledge. They say they want the knowledge. But then they freak out. When the creator is real, you freak out. You spend your life destroying order. Brought the lady back to life. She just came back from the afterlife, man. This is like Enoch coming back, or Moses, coming back from the mountaintop. Like, man, I done been to a whole nother dimension, dog. That's how she's looking right now. Look at her face, like, if I see somebody with that face, I'm going to automatically know that they see. Remember, one day there's not going to be a firmament, y'all. This whole tent concept is only to divide the lower vibrations from the higher vibration. When you choose order in chaos, you then get a pass to exist in order forever. It is that simple. Order, energy, frequency, vibration. Order. Choose order. What is your best representation of order? It is the 1000 BC Los Lunas, New Mexico 10 Commandments. How do you teach an entire community? How do you try to keep an entire community? How do you tune an entire community to a higher vibration? How do you do it? How do you tune an entire community of stiff-necked people into a higher vibration, what would you tell them? All right, y'all might forget everything I'm teaching y'all. Y'all might eat whatever y'all eat. Y'all might do whatever y'all do. You might forget all about Levitical, all kinds of things. But what's the 10 things I'm going to tell y'all that will still tune you to the frequency above the firmament, the vibrational layer? What's the 10 things? All right? You got it, right? I mean, everybody knows it, right? Now, those 10 things, are they done away with? Why would those 10 things be done away with? Thou shalt not kill. Why would that be done away with? Thou shalt not. Why would that be done away with? Don't cover your neighbor's wife. Why would that be done away with? Honor your father and mother. Why would that be done away with? Put no other power before your power. Why would that be done away with? Keep one day to meditate on understanding your connection is a direct energy transfer flow. Why would that be done away with? Why would your commandments be done away with if their only objective is to tune an entire community to 432? Above the vibrational divide. Waters below, waters above. One day there will not be that divide, y'all. It's going to be one ordered energy transfer. Flow, 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 flow. There will be no longer a need for it because the lower vibrations will be in order destroyed, or in destruction, or in a chaotic environment that they will be contained and away from us forever. Your children will be able to run around free without murderers and pedophiles. Isn't that awesome? Leaving the door open for no thieves. Honoring the father and the mother is just instilled in every child. Isn't that great? Who's against us? Who's against Israel? Who got beef with that? She's astonished by order. She's astonished by what she's seeing. But is that enough? I mean, she took a good trip, right? Wow. 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 Watch this over and over again, man. You're going to get the link. It's going to be fantastic for you. This is real. Because you're going to get something different every time. Shout out to these award-winning mofos, man. They are all that. Whoever won the, I'm reading backwards, man. Mahali, I think it says. Nagi University Arts Joint, man. Whoever won this joint, man, you all that, man. You put this in dimensions, man. Like when people say when they read the scriptures, it's one thing, man. But when you get into the paleo, it's a whole other dimension. When you get into the numericals and the mathematics and the phi, it's amazing. It's vibration. It's energy. He just threw the cube through the joint, and the joint became, it went into that vibration. It went into the chalkboard. I didn't get that the last time I saw it with you. I didn't get that. I'm just looking at it. And then he tried to go through it, but he couldn't himself. What's the difference? What happened? He threw the object and was able to, by some force, you know what I'm saying, transition that object, transport that object into that third dimension from, let's say, the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, whatever you want to call it. But he couldn't himself become permanently, transposed back into that reality. Once he was awake, he couldn't go back to sleep. Damn. Once he was awake, he couldn't go back to sleep, but he could put the object through, kind of like Thoth says in those emerald tablets. You know how they created those pyramids, the Great Pyramids, in another vibration. Certain things were created in another vibration and then put into this vibration. So, even, if you want to look at the book of Revelations and see how this New Jerusalem is falling like a bride prepared for her groom. It's falling from heaven like a bride prepared for a groom, this New Jerusalem. Because it's been prepared in another frequency. This object, an object is nothing but vibration. Sound creates the design you see of things around you. Sound. Your eyes are not seeing, they are only picking up light patterns. But when you do the research, your eyes are only picking up 1% of the light pattern. So what's the other 99% that you're not seeing? That's not visible. The light, the 1% that you're getting then goes back into whatever the, facility is called in the back of your brain. And that light image is then going back in the back of your brain. Your brain is saying, based on what it's been programmed to say, this is a hammer. This is a microwave. This is a kitchen. This is a this. This is a that. Because that's what that brain has been programmed to say and understand. It's a programming. You have to, one by one, digitally, whatever, take off that program, and then once you start to really vibrate, that stuff starts shedding right off you anyway. Again, darkness runs from light. One little candle lights up a whole room of darkness, a whole dark room, right? Darkness scatters when you're light. Once you're light, it scatters away from you. Nobody wants to deal with it, man. Because it's fear. They realize they've been living in fear. They don't want to get knocked off of their truth that they're protecting because they got this platform, they got some followers, they got some people that's making them feel good finally, yada, yada, yada. But then it's like, because they've locked themselves into being some type of scholar, being some type of leader, they can't be wrong all of a sudden. Ego, 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 ego. You know what they say about ego. Huh? So we come to you, Drop Nation, together, surfing this wave, this frequency, this vibration, putting together a theory, a hypothesis, enjoying the learning experience and being scientific, meaning repeatable and observable science. The real deal. Almost done. Make sure my computer is not freezing on me. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Oh, man, they done jammed me up. They done jammed me up. All right, well, look. That's all I'm going to say. I think we've seen enough. It's a good thing. It's a good thing the battery died. Because if I had to go on any further, I would have lost my mind. All I'm trying to say is that we freestyling facts. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to stay on track. And how can that shit be whack? You know what I mean? And even though they on the attack, spirit we will not lack. You know what I mean? Because we'll never go back. We'll never go back. We're going to build our shacks. Stay intact. You know what I mean? We'll keep going, man. I love y'all, man. And this is dope, man. So be patient with your family. People gonna, vibrate at the right time, do the right thing, when it's right. All roads ain't gonna lead there. You're gonna have to choose the narrow road. All paths are not gonna lead there where you're seeking. You're gonna have to choose the narrow path. Which path? I mean, it has to be about choice, right? If it's about choice, if it's assimilation, or if it's something like that, you're going to have to choose the path. You can't just take any path and say, yeah, well, it's going to lead there, because that's what it is. Nah, man, certain paths are going to lead to places you can't come back from. There are certain paths you take in life you cannot come back from. So wisdom plays, right? If you could take any path, there's no wisdom play. But there's a wisdom play on this chessboard, right? Wisdom's the queen, right? Wisdom can go any way she wants, right? So wisdom plays. And once you're in order, you can use wisdom. You can use that queen and it'll be checkmate. But you got to choose the narrow path. There are very few that vibrate above that firmament. It is not those that take any path they want. It is those with wisdom that choose the correct path. I love y'all. Love to Drop Nation. Stay up, suit up, choose up. Swag for